Now we're going to be speaking with the writer, director, and producers of the movie Fade. Tell us a little bit about this movie.
Fade's a family drama about a marriage that's in turmoil and decay. And it's wrapped around the story of a rare illness that one of the characters is suffering from, the husband in the family. And I think it's a pretty dark film. I think it's a drama and a horror film at the same time. And I think people will like it. It's going to be a unique experience for everyone.
I'd like that Tony pointed out the family aspect of this drama, because this truly does show the disintegration of a family, but we don't expect it maybe to be playing on the Disney Channel, as we see.
So with such a kind of a dark movie, how did you choose music for this film? I heard you said that music is a very important part of this film.
Music's absolutely a very important part of this film, and we were fortunate enough to get some wonderful music from some prominent experimental and avant-garde musicians like A&M, Dig and Gagap, and Art Bears, and a friend of mine who helped score the film with a colleague of his. His name's Cameron Presley, and his colleague's name is Hollis Lee, and they were able to score the film brilliantly in a way that just brings out the emotion in the film.
Well, it's integral because it's a very atmospheric piece, and the music, as you'll see, is tied directly into the feelings that it's supposed to evoke. As far as the link between the images and the music is absolutely, that's what really makes the movie stand out in my opinion.
How would you, what advice would you give other filmmakers that are trying to get leaders in music industry into their films? How did you go about doing it?
Actually, the people I contacted, the people I used, I contacted them directly, and it may be a different thing because the kind of music I was going after it's sort of an organic network of people that like this music and listen to this music. It's maybe a smaller but fiercer audience, so there really aren't, most of these guys own their own labels and release their own music, so it wouldn't be part of I wouldn't have any advice for people who were saying going after a U2 song or a Justin Timberlake song where you have to involve I imagine licensing through a corporation. These are people who own the rights to their own music, and they promote their own music that way. So I think the connection between that and an independent filmmaker, they understood it and were very accepting of that and receptive to it.
And a lot of the musicians we work with, I mean, I think we share a common audience as far as the music and the film. I think it would draw a similar person that's interested in both those things, something more experimental, something avant-garde, something different, something that people have not seen or heard before.
Fantastic. Now tell me a little bit, I know that you've got some big names in this film. Tell me about the cast.
The cast is great. We worked with some wonderful people. We have Sarah Lassay in it. She's a wonderful independent actress who's based in Los Angeles. She's been in some wonderful films like Nowhere, and another film called The Blackout, which was directed by Abel Ferrara and had Matthew Modine and another great actor in it is Michael T. Weiss from NBC's TV show The Pretender. We had in his debut performance as an actor, Anthony Drazen, the director of Hurly Burly.
Wow.
And
that was special.
Our main actor, the man who held the whole film together, is David Connolly, a very talented New York-based individual who unfortunately passed away at the end of 2006, a quite young man. And so this whole film is dedicated and to his memory, but not just because we lost a friend, but because this film just simply could not have existed without him. We looked at a lot of other actors for that role, and this person just embodied that character, so he's a good friend of mine. And it's just a wonderful experience to be able to play this film in New York, which was his home.
And kind of stepping in as a producer, I really saw Tony and David working together so closely, and the role even, the script was so strong that you could even see the role, like as the interplay between Tony and David, the role evolving around Dave and Dave's personality, and his investment in the role. It wasn't like there was, kind of a separation or divide between director and actor, and they were kind of questioning each other. I mean, it was just this common sort of force that was drawn in both to get that performance out. So it's pretty special to watch.
So a lot of emotion behind this film.
Everything is
Yes.
just playing close to the bone here.
Now tell us about the technical side of the film. Say how long did it take to shoot? Where did you shoot?
We shot in Super 16mm film. It's wonderful to shoot on film. A lot of people have made other choices lately because it's more economical to do otherwise. This was our first film, and it was important for me to shoot on film and really kind of make a film and not a video. We shot in and around San Diego. Mostly, actually, the main house was my mother's house in San Diego, and we kicked her out and sent her to a hotel. We did for 3 weeks, 4 weeks actually, and set up base camp there and did most of the shooting in the house itself. And very accommodating location. Because we drilled holes in the roof and the ceiling and did a lot of things that maybe if we'd rented a location we wouldn't have gotten away with. We also shot in the church I went to as a child. It was very important for me. A lot of the kind of emotions and dialogues in the film were inspired by things in my real life. And it was very important for me to shoot in that church. I don't go to church anymore myself, but it was important to get in there and be in the location that inspired these events and these thoughts and these ideas.